Free audio post-production by alphonic.com.
So, I recently met one of my really close friends after a year who's studying in Europe for her master's degree in relations and diplomacy. And she's doing extremely well. So, I just wanted to come over here and share her thoughts around it in case anyone wants to make the decision of going abroad or staying back in India. I'm going to talk about it from two perspectives as someone who decided to stay back in India, which is me, and I have spoken about that in the past. But yeah, I'll do it a lot more sensibly and briefly over here. I will try and make that attempt. And dusra side is the unbiased opinion of a friend who is actually living that life of studying abroad and doing well studying abroad. So, yeah, I still don't have any as a close friends who have gone abroad and yeah, things haven't worked out and returned back to India. So, I'm not sure about that. But हाँ, अभी के लिए I can talk about these few things. So, yeah. And I know in the past I have mentioned twice or thrice about this whole topic of studying abroad or not, or something, but it has always been only from my perspective. And I have never wanted to put out the message that, oh, don't go study abroad or something. It only stems from the fact that I don't want people to be living below their potential or working under someone because that's the only option that they find even though it does not align with their interests and their potential. But this case is completely different. The friend that I'm talking about, her interests are fully aligned, her goals are fully aligned, her idea of life, values, everything is aligned in this case. So it makes sense for her. Like, yeah, and she's also extremely hardworking and diligent. She was top of the class. Like, जब से मैं उसको जानती हूँ, तब से she has been scoring really well, and she also had like really good grades in her college as well. So yeah, she got in one of the best colleges, and yeah, she got an internship as well within her first year. So things have been going really well for her, but that's because she really loves what she studies and she really puts in everything that she has into her work. So yeah, she's well deserved in that aspect. I can't say the same for everyone who might be thinking of it in the terms that taking a 50 lakh loan and going outside will guarantee a good placement for them. That I'm not sure of. And one of the major reasons why I did not want to go. And also the fact that, yeah, she also mentioned that she did not want to go to UK, US, Australia, and Canada because it was fully crowded with Indians. She wanted a lot more exposure and different people interaction and cultures and stuff like that. So in her class, there are only like three Indians apart from her or including her. I'm not sure. But yeah, anyway, she was talking about her internship and she was one of the only people who was able to get into it, the Indian ones. And yeah, I am really happy for the progress that she has made. And she was genuinely unhappy in India, like, be it in terms of family or in the terms of the quality that she wanted in her life. She really wasn't finding that over here, and she needed that distance to grow in her life further. So, yeah, I think when it comes to people who are inherently very driven, in this case, it's my friend that I'm talking about over here, they, they have like a very good kind of clarity. So everything that she talks about comes from a place of complete clarity. Like this person has done their research through and through. They are not afraid that they will remain unemployed. They are not afraid of the challenges that will come. They are, yeah, like their love for studying and the love for the thing that they are putting their heart and soul into is a lot more. So it boils down to what you can tolerate. And it's not like she doesn't go through any hardships over there, or she also has that thing that I am not going to come back for at least 5 years because of the amount of money that I've spent on my degree. I have to make enough, and you have that sort of pressure. But she doesn't feel that because what she does day in and day out gives her that kind of return. And yeah, the alignment is fully there. So, yeah, this is like a good case of someone taking the right decision of going abroad. But I feel when someone's unclear and they feel this will become like a ticket to a better life, there are also horror stories of people doing masters and PhD and having to do blue collar jobs because I'm sorry, I was not laughing. I was क्या बोलते हैं आवाज रुक गई थी मेरी, so I was just trying to force it out. It might have sounded like I am laughing at that point, but I wasn't. I would never, yeah, I could never do that for someone who's trying to make their ends meet and not being able to find the job that they probably deserved after studying so hard for 2, 3 years of their life and applying for jobs for a year or so. So, yeah, anyway, where was I? Yeah, my friend. Her name is Akanksha, by the way. I think I have mentioned about her at least twice or thrice in the past because I adore this human completely. But yeah, she has the best environment, the best kind of people to work with, the best resources at hand. Like you makes use of everything that she has with open arms. She's not the kind of person who can get bogged down easily. She's not the kind of person जिसको तुम्हें टोकना पड़े और बोलना पड़े कि ये तुम्हारा काम है, ये करो. Like she's very self-sufficient that way. So, and I also feel like people like these, they leave their mark everywhere they go. So wherever she would have been, I know people would have noticed her because just because of the kind of effort that she puts in and the kind of attention to detail that she has. So, yeah, anyway, so I feel there are so many factors that you need to understand while making such a drastic decision. But one of the main one beings is one of the main one being is the amount of clarity that you have and what you can tolerate in life. So, for example, it will not be easy for every single person to do an international relations and diplomacy wala degree because it involves a lot of dealing with issues that are grave, that can feel depressing because you can't do anything about whatever's happening in the world and all of the geopolitical news. And even though she really loves politics and diplomacy, it can get to her. Like, it really, you need to be able to disassociate your work from your personal life. And she tries to do that. But of course, that kind of emotion is always at the back of her head as well. But she's happy to tolerate that. The kind of work that she does is important for her. But I don't think every single person can have the kind of patience and persistence and calm that Akanksha does. So, yeah, it is a very personal thing and related to you. And she has spent enough time with herself to know what she's genuinely interested in. And it's not like she figured it out in a day. Both of us went through the NEET trauma together, did not enjoy it. Then she switched to UPSC and then she switched to international relations because that was the best way that she could find to get into the areas that she was interested in. And now she feels like everything's going smoothly. So, yeah, it's not like a one day decision. She has taken years of research and understanding herself before taking up something as huge as this. So, yeah, having that kind of clarity and confidence in yourself really, really helps. And if you think nothing over here can help you with the goal that you have in your mind, please go. And if you think that you have that kind of potential and something outside will help you align with your interests, you should. For me, it did not make any sense. And I'll tell you why the kind of personality that I have and why, from my perspective, I am always like, I don't think I can imagine myself being in that position. But yeah, anyway, so one of the major concerns for me was I am still figuring out what I want to do in my life. I am not crystal clear like Akanksha in terms of, okay, I want to get this degree or this particular one that I can put my heart and soul into. Because anything you put your heart and soul into is bound to give you great results. And for you to put your everything into something, you need to be really interested in it to be able to do it for 8 hours of your day. So if that itself is a question for me, I cannot risk taking a loan and going out and pushing myself to study something and then trying to repay that loan while also looking for a placement and not being sure if things will work out. So yeah, that was a very big question mark, firstly. Second thing was about building my own business. Now, I don't know at this specific time what are the advancements that have been made, but at the point of recording this audio, as much as I have researched about this whole thing, it's like you can open a company, but you are not eligible to gain the funds out of the company that you start. So I don't really, I just feel like you actually cannot run your own business as a foreign citizen. So, yeah, I'm not sure if that is something I would want to commit to. And I just know एक चीज तो मैं खुद के बारे में जानती हूँ कि I will need to, like, I will thrive in a project that is started by me and that I have full control over. I cannot work in a job for more than 5 to 6 months. It's just a personal thing that I have observed. And I really need to have something that I can, like, something that is my product, my service, my baby, and something that I am so interested in that I can continue. And it's not necessary that I have to stick to it. And this is something I learned while I was looking up my human design, which also brought me a lot of relief, is that the energy type that I am, which is of a manifesting generator, people like us, it's like 30% in the world, want variety. And you can call them, क्या बोलते हैं, multi-passionate people. And their whole strength lies in switching up projects and doing things that excite them. And the moment the excitement is out of the picture, you leave that thing. So, for the longest time, I felt like if I am not able to hold my ground to one particular thing, there is something wrong with me because you're always told that stick to this and stick to doing something. Even though I do have meditation and spirituality, which is all like a core to me, but yeah, when it comes to work and projects, I feel like I always keep switching and that is looked down upon. But for people like us, that is the only way we can actually thrive fully. So, yeah, if you are also that kind of person, you don't need to dim your light and feel like, yeah, I need to function like everybody else. You were literally designed, it's in your DNA to want and crave for a variety of projects and work on 3 to 4 things at the same time. So don't shy away from that and don't feel like you're doing something wrong if you don't feel interested in something and wish to quit. So, yeah, I've done that all my life. And yeah, cannot think myself in a position where I need to commit to a job or a company for 5 to 6 years of my life. So, yeah, that was like another major thing. I wanted to build my own business and not really work full time in a job. Like, I can do part time and I can, like, being in India, I can earn in dollars and I can work with foreign clients as well. So, that geography wala part was not an issue for me. Karke, I did not feel the pull to go out and study something. So, yeah, one is that. And third is, of course, family and friends. All of my close, everyone that I call my, the ones in my inner circle are in India. And I am an only child. So, there's no one after me to take care of my parents. And so, in case of Akanksha, she is also relaxed that way because she has two sisters, two elder sisters, and both of them live in India. So she also does not have that at the back of her head that if something happens to her parents, no one's there to look after because, of course, her sisters will take care of all of that. So, yeah, family, friends is another aspect. And I know, of course, that you can like hire someone and get that thing done. But I don't think going abroad is as important to me as staying close to the people I love and create memories with. So, yeah, there's that. And what else? What else? What else do I want to talk about? Oh, yeah. So, of course, like for people who want a better quality of life, Akanksha did talk to me about how beautiful her office space is. And it's literally like a castle in the middle of this forest kind of a place. So they go into these nature trails after the lunch, which is usually 1 hour or sometimes 2 hours long. And they yeah, they really have a good time. People are really helpful. Like, as long as you are asking them सामने से, तब तक they'll help you. But it's not like ऐसे, yeah, बिना पूछे नहीं होता है. And हाँ, उतना ज़्यादा community वाला aspect नहीं है. But if you need help, if you're seeking it, people are genuinely helpful. And they also really टेक केयर ऑफ देयर एम्प्लॉइज 5 बजे तक काम करना मतलब 5 बजे तक ही काम करना है, उसके आगे देयर इज़ लाइक no one's going to force you. There's not that kind of toxicity, which I fully understand. Like, if you were to work in India, people don't value as much. And yeah, there is still a lot to change in that sense. I hope startups do that. But corporates ka, I don't have utna idea, nor do I want to be in that position, or I wouldn't wish that for anyone, which is why I'm also always like कि खुद का कुछ करो या फिर try some projects and working with a client because that will give you a good pay. You'll also be valued for the work that you're doing. And yeah, if you, the best thing is, so I have seen a couple of people on LinkedIn who worked remotely with foreign clients, and then they would get a visa, work visa, and go and work over there later on. So that way you don't even need to take a student loan or worry about getting a job after reaching there and repaying your loan and a visa and all of that stress. Just, I think that is one of my major reasons. But yeah, if that is something that affects you, you can already start looking up places and find out if you can work for them remotely and show your value through that. But yeah, anyway, so yeah, Akanksha loves the whole environment that she's in, the kind of food and air, and of course, all of that we already know. When it comes to me, I am currently living in Mumbai, but I don't think I will live all of my life over here. Like, I definitely plan on going to a tier 2 kind of a city, which has all the necessities possible, but I don't need to constantly struggle in traffic and there's no space to walk or something like that. I would definitely want a more laid back life and like a good farm, place to walk in, a good garden, and build a home, in short. And yeah, I think that is very much possible. I'm not going to disclose places as of now because that will be too far off wala thinking. But yeah, I do plan on moving out and in India itself, but a place which is a bit more greener and with some better climate and some more greenery. And of course, I'm not saying that it can completely replace what you get in foreign countries, but yeah, it's the best that I can get. So I'll try to do that. And yeah, that was another one of the reasons that could be a deal breaker for you. It wasn't for me. So, yeah, everyone's deal breaker is different. Decide that for yourself. To sum it down, first should be the clarity that you have for what you're interested in and the confidence that you have to be able to land a job after you go there because at the end, all of us need to get a good placement to survive in the long term. And in my case, I did not think I had something in particular in terms of a course to go there and study. And in terms of Akanksha, she did. She was very clear. She was very confident that she's going to get a job in it because she loved the subject and she was going to put her everything into it. So clarity comes first, clarity and confidence, of course. So that's a very personal thing and it depends from, it's a very subjective thing as well. So इसलिए ये टॉपिक पे डिबेट होना ऑब्वियस है और सबका कुछ ना कुछ ओपिनियन रहेगा ही बट I feel it boils down to this one thing. Yeah, then the second point was, do you want to build a business or do you see yourself working in an office and yeah, doing things collaboratively with people? For me, I have always imagined myself as someone who needs to keep taking up new projects and switching roles and switching whatever that I'm doing. So obviously, I am I'm kind of unemployable in that sense, and a job requires you to stay diligent and like work for at least 1 to 2 years. So, yeah, I can't see myself in that position. I don't know if foreign countries allow you to start your own business as someone who is not a resident of that country. So, that was a bit skeptical and it was a deal breaker for me in the sense कि मुझे अगर खुद का कुछ करने नहीं मिल रहा है तो I'm not going to take that kind of a problem on my head. And third is friends and family. Again, in case of Akanksha, she had siblings who can take care of her parents. I am an only child, so I don't have that option, and nor do I. Yeah, I'm not comfortable with the idea of my parents growing old alone because, yeah, at some point. So the thing is, everyone gets busy with their lives, right? And if it's just one parent, I don't want like any time where they feel like there's no one for them and yeah, that they need to look out for themselves anyhow because तुम भी बच्चे बन जाते हो as you grow old and yeah, it's just a thing that I have. And even if I am not living close by, I need to like मैं उनको भी शिफ्ट करवा दूंगी अपने साथ जहाँ भी जाऊंगी. But apart from that, I would at least want to be at least 1-2 घंटे आसपास के ट्रैवल टाइम में ही ताकि एनी टाइम देयर इज एन इमरजेंसी आई एम प्रेजेंट एंड आई कैन टेक केयर of them. So, yeah, and all of my friends and the people that I'm closest to are here as well. So, yeah, that's an added thing. Fourth is the environment, the pollution, and the overcrowdedness of it all, of living in a metropolitan city. So, for that, again, my idea of it is moving to a tier two kind of a city. I've heard Pune is nice. I've heard Indore is nice. I'm not going to those cities. I'm just mentioning about it. I have a different city in my mind, but I need to explore it better to know if I want to go there. But yeah, anyway, any city that has enough necessities, but also does not have pathetic weather, or like I want to be able to grow my own food, have good nature kind of a place where I can grow stuff myself. And yeah, the long term idea is that. So yeah, I am okay with whatever I've got, and I think I can make the best out of it. There are still good patches in India where you can, yeah, survive. And in terms of work, the lines have been blurring, and I just feel, at least in the creator economy and looking at the boom in the startup wala thing, I have that confidence ki I'll make it work. I'll do whatever that I want and what I love, along with people who enjoy doing the work that aligns all of us to a specific mission. So I think that is very much possible. I don't need to go somewhere to do the kind of work that I want to. So yeah, that isn't a problem in my case. So there's that. But for Akanksha, it was like, it wasn't like she didn't try options in India. She did, but all of us know how UPSC is and the route that you need to go through for that. So yeah, she wanted the best of the best. And for her, moving abroad was the best decision. And it has served her amazingly well. So yeah, that was the fourth one. So what was the deal breaker for you? And I know this is still like, there are many, many layers to this, but I think with all of these pointers, you just need to ask whatever your priority is and what you can compromise on, what you can tolerate on, all of those areas, because there is going to be some level of adjustment and hardship involved in whatever space you go in. It's up to you whether you are going to be okay with it or not. So, yeah, none of the lives are easier, but what makes it worth it is your intent and your clarity, and yeah, your interest for what you envision your life to be. So, yeah, there's that. And I know again this will sound a little diplomatic, and Akanksha hasn't taught me any of that. But yeah, if I do get the chance to, if ever in the future I feel like being here is not making my life any better, or the people, or the life of people around me, or the work that I want to do, I'm not able to reach as many people, or not, I'm not able to bring as much impact that I want to in the first place, I may consider switching. I may be open to something or the other, but at this point in time, I am absolutely clear that it's not the right time for me. So it could also be like, you are open to the idea, but maybe it's not the right time for you. So yeah, that could also be one of the things that you can keep in mind. Yeah, who knows? Like, also, I'm really sorry that I'm bringing up human design over and over again, but it has really made me a lot more open and flexible in terms of life, because it really talks about how you need to live in a moment to moment basis without making any future commitments, or like I say, ठोस बिलीफ नहीं बना लेना है किसी चीज़ को लेके, बिकॉज़ पहले आई वाज़ लाइक आई डोंट थिंक आई वांट टू लीव इंडिया।